we fight to gain what we cannot take with us. It's in our nature.
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Assassin's Creed Syndicate 100% sync walkthrough. This is sequence 6, it is entitled A Bad Penny, and this is the assassination mission of this sequence. So, this is another one of the kind of interesting, kind of cool missions that kind of falls apart under the weight of the game again. And there's a running theme with this happening, but this is perhaps one of the better ones. The only part of it I don't like is a particular sequence coming up where you have to drop off a balcony using the strategy that I'm going to show you. And then for some reason, the enemy AI is so sporadic. There are times when they'll see you, there are times when they don't, and in this particular case, one of them sees me, and I play, like, Ring Around the Roses with a desk, and then he wanders off, and the AI's just... it's just miserable at times, but we get it done, and that's what's important. So our first port of call is to kidnap this dude.
Where is Tupani?
He's then going to give us some information that's going to unlock the optional kill, which is what we're going to use. Once it ticks it off on the screen, you want to knock this dude out and shove him in this cupboard, in this weird confessional thing that's in the middle of a bank. Because it sure as shit into photo booth, I don't think. I don't even know what that is, but it's something. Some weird Art Nouveau confessional. And once you've done that, I'm going to go and grapple my way out of the bank up here, and we're going to be moving towards an opening that gets us to where we need to be, which is one of the side rooms in the bank that leads underground via this crazy kind of lift shaft area, which is going to tick off the optional objective of using the secret passage. And the bank is a little bit of a maze at first, but once you figure out the progression through it, you should be okay.
Fitting for Tupani's tomb.
So there are moments where it seems like you have to use the eagle vision to notify certain things before it'll trigger, and I think that's another one of those archaic things that makes the stealth on it feel really undynamic. But I climbed down the wrong wall then to get to the particular window that I want. This is the one. And in here, all we have to do is drop down when people aren't looking and pick the door. And when this guy walks away, it gives you the perfect opportunity to do so. However, you will need the upgrade skill to do that. If you cannot unlock doors, I don't know what you would do. There might be an alternative way into this room, but this is the way that I'm choosing, so hopefully you have that upgrade. And then in here, there's a dude. I'm going to climb up onto the balcony because it means that we can get to the lift shaft without fear of having to mess with him. However, he will look through the gate, so you have to make sure that he's not looking your way when you start descending this, whatever this is, this crazy elevator place. Once you drop down here, you will get a checkpoint when you go on the balcony, but it's not the best checkpoint because it's really disorientating, which makes it a bit tricky to edit, so you're probably going to see a transition coming up. But at this point, you've pretty much done the mission. The only thing left to do is to get to the target and do the kill. And once you do the kill, it opens up a really nice shortcut out of the level. But this is the tricky part. There is a lot of people in this room. All of them are kind of busy, but they can still spot you sometimes, so you have to be really careful. And when they do spot you, things get awkward. So hopefully, you'll get that grapple point there. If you don't, and the grapple's been the crapple, you might be in trouble. But if you push along here, if you stay about on this middle area, the two people that are about to progress towards us shouldn't be able to see you. And then once they get busy and they're not paying too much attention, you want to time it so the people on the ground aren't looking your way, and you want to drop down and go towards where it says hide. It's a pretty finicky section, but the checkpoint is good enough that you can repeat it a few times. The only barrier to entry is the loading times, which are just far too strong. They really are. They're super overpowered. And I'm hoping that there's going to be a new Xbox One released, you know, in the coming months or in a coming year or something that fixes just the sluggishness of a lot of the load times with the games. Or I hope they optimize the hardware or they do something, but this next generation of consoles, the only thing that's impressed me so far is the fucking load times, because they're horrible. They're wonderfully horrible. And then a game like Halo comes along, and they are so good, I had to upload 2 videos again, because I missed deaths. And I never miss deaths. It's one of those things that are really easy to spot, but because they're so quick, I missed them. And I somehow managed to then commentate and watch the video and miss them again, which is even worse. But I know why I did it on one of them. I don't know why I did it on the other one. The most recent one, I had a capture failure. the software crashed and I lost the commentary, so I had to re-edit it. And because I was in a rush and I was kind of pissed off, that's why I missed it. But the first one, I couldn't honestly tell you guys. Sleep deprivation, really busy schedule, and I somehow missed it. But the only reason it was so easy to do is because of how fast the game loads. And then you come to a game like this, fucking Stevie Wonder could see the deaths in this. Or the reloads anyway, because you don't often die in this game. But kill the target, and then immediately run to your left. All you're going to have to do here is climb up this elevator shaft that's conveniently locked if you come here later, but as soon as you kill him it opens up to give you the perfect path into this area. And then you can either kill the guy on the door and get away, or chuck a smoke to have a little bit of a cleaner assassination, which is what I'm going to do, because I do like looking like I know what I'm doing, and trying to make the game look like it functions, when it really doesn't. And you should see the fanboys getting super defensive. It's hilarious. Like, you cannot defend this game, and if you can't, and if you are, there's something wrong with you, dude. You're a sycophant, and it's not healthy, because it breeds a sheep mentality, and you'll probably end up doing something that you don't really want to do. You're just doing it because you think it's popular, and nobody likes that guy. Nobody.